It's the patch stop.
Peggy Patch is out today to find a patch to stop and play. Where will it be? Who will she meet? Has the bus stopped at the end of your street? Peggy stopped today at a place where people bring all sorts of things they don't want. She spotted someone arriving now. Take a look and see what happens. Peggy stopped at a rubbish dump. This is a place where people drive to with rubbish that's too big to go in the dustbin that the dustbin man takes away. It's much safer for children to stay in the car, but Peggy's friends have allowed us to take a look around and see what sort of rubbish there is. Look, there are lots of labels telling people where to put the rubbish. This one says metal. I wonder what's in here. An old pushchair. And a shopping trolley. What else can you see? Oh, look, there's an old till down there. And over there is an old keyboard. I wonder what's down here. It's amazing what people throw away. Garden refuse. Refuse is another word for rubbish. So what's inside? Let's take a look. Oh, yes. Lots of garden rubbish. Look, there are some leaves down there. Looks like someone's been doing some pruning because there are branches over there. And some straw. What's in here? Cardboard. And paper. Lots of bits and pieces. I wonder what this one's called. Where does all the rubbish come from? Burnable refuse. Oh, look, freezers and fridges. They're much too big to go in the dustbin. Wonder what else is over there. Waste oil. Oh, doesn't smell very good. This is full of old oil from cars and machines, waiting to be cleaned so it can be used again. Oh, I wonder what that machine over there is. Peggy Patch's puzzle. Peggy has found another machine that works with the rubbish. What do you think it's doing? This machine is separating the cans. It sorts out which are made of steel and which are made of aluminium. Although they look the same, the steel one will stick to the magnet, but the aluminium one won't. A noisy machine! its clutter corner. Bits of rubbish, like packets and tubes, appear to be just litter. But Peggy's friends have got together and made a litter critter. Hello there, what's going on here then?
The little critter.
Oh, what's that then?
A little critter.
What's the litter critter do?
No, I don't know. It drops rubbish on the floor. It eats things, then it throws the rubbish on the floor.
So he just makes everywhere look a mess, does he?
Yes.
It's not the sort of person you want around, is it?
No.
So what's it made out of then?
It's made packets. And then you bring it out the other side like that.
Oh, I see, so you go through the loop. So, right. Well, is this its tail down here? Come around here, and we can look at its tail. We'll have to cover its head or something then. I'll bring it up a bit. That's better, isn't it? We can see its head now. So you're going to cover its head. You come around here and cover its head then, Thomas. Is this rubbish that you've collected?
Yes. Yes.
Let's have a go. We're going to stick some milk bottle tops on.
That's the blue. Top.
Yeah.
Can I stick it all on?
If we just like that, stick a bit here and stick a bit there. That's it, you hold them. Do you know what these are?
No. Oils.
What you put?
Oils.
The washing liquid in, isn't it? To wash your clothes. So if I put these on, they can be eyes, can't they? Big bobbly eyes. Yeah. What do you think?
Point it up or down.
Well, if I have its...
That's his head?
That's right. That's its nose. Can
I have a globe? Yeah.
There we are. 2 eyes.
I've got it first. I've got it now.
Its ear's fallen off again. Doesn't want to stay on this ear, does it? What shall I do with this sock?
Not mine. Not mine.
What shall I do with it, though?
You can use it for the... You can use it for
yes. Shall I use it for its mouth or tongue? Could be its long red tongue. Yes. I'll put it in the end of the box here. Oh, yes, look.
He's licking his lips.
That's right. We'll just try and hold them up there. Get another can. And then bring them over. Right. How many legs are we going to have?
4.
4? Do you think it'd have 4 or would it have more than 4?
No, because we've got loads of these, lots and lots.
Do you think there must be lots of litter critters about? Because you always see bits of rubbish on the ground, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've got a bit stuck onto me. I'm turning into a litter critter. Keep holding it. Are you getting arm ache? Now, there's some bits of string up here, and there's another bit.
Let's look for another bit.
Get hold of the long bit. There we go. Right. We've made a litter critter here today. Shall we send it on its way?
Yes.
We've made a critter here today. Shall we send it on its way?
Don't be a little critter.
Bin it.
Bin it.
Peggy, has a litter critter been here?
Pick a bit up, put a bit in, put a bit of litter in the litter bin.
Chug-a-dug, chug-a-dug, trundled Big Edna along Dumperton High Street. Stan, the dustbin man, peered out of the cab window as they were passing the newsagents. Just think, he said, all those newspapers in there will be inside Big Edna one day, when people have finished reading them. And all those boxes, said Dan as they passed the grocer's. And all this litter lying in the road, grumbled Fran, the driver, as she drove over it. Why can't people be more tidy? Newspaper can be used again if only people saved it, said Stan. As they came to Dumperton Post Office, they saw a strange sight. That's Bobby Jenkins, isn't it? Asked Stan. He remembered Bobby from when they emptied the bins at the playgroup. Frowned Dan. I wonder why he is sitting by the post box with his mother doing nothing. Slow down, Fran. Let's see if anything is wrong. Fran pulled Big Edna to a halt just as they reached the post box. Anything wrong, Mrs. Jenkins? Asked Stan. Not really, said Mrs. Jenkins, looking embarrassed. I'm just waiting for the postman to come and collect the letters. You can post your letters in the little slot at the top of the box, said Stan, smiling. I know that, silly, said Mrs. Jenkins. It's young Bobby here. I lifted him up to post the letter and he posted my purse as well. He loves posting things. So I'm waiting for the postman to unlock the little door so I can get out my purse and go shopping. Oh dear, said Stan. I can't be of much help then, can I? Must get on. Bye, Bobby. I'll see you at the playgroup on Monday. Stan and Dan worked hard, emptying the bins from the flats above the shops. The people in the flats knew Stan. They knew he liked collecting useful things. This morning, all they seemed to have were newspapers. Hundreds of them, in bundles, bags and boxes. Stan knew that if the paper went into Big Edna, it would not be made into useful paper again. Instead, it would be burned or tipped. So he started to put the bundles of paper into Big Edna's cab. What do you want all that for? Asked Fran. There's a special place for these, said Stan, and I have an idea. He gave them a mysterious look, and all he would say was, I bet other children like posting things just like Bobby Jenkins. Much to Fran's disgust, the newspaper stayed in the cab all weekend. It must keep dry, said Stan. On Monday morning, when they emptied the bins at the community centre, Stan had a word with Mrs. Plum, the playgroup leader. I have a little job for the children, said Stan. Outside the community centre was a large square container. In the top was a long slit, a little longer than a newspaper. The container was called a newspaper bank. It's a fine day and not too cold, said Stan as he removed the boxes of newspaper from Big Edna's cab. Why don't you let the children play at posting things? What an excellent idea, said Mrs. Plum. They will be busy and getting the fresh air at the same time. And doing something useful, finished Stan. The children loved it, and Bobby Jenkins most of all. They took turns to post newspapers, magazines and old telephone books, hearing them go with a thump and a flap into the big newspaper bank. Mrs. Plum explained how it would all be collected up and made into clean new paper. Stan watched them for a while until he heard Big Edna's horn and a voice calling, Come on, Stan! Must get on, he said. Bye, everyone. See you all next week.
Pick a bit up, put a bit in, pop a bit of paper in a paper bin. Pick a bit up, put a bit in, pop an old bottle in a bottle bin.
There are special places for old newspapers, like in the story, and for used bottles. These things are collected because they're rubbish that can be recycled and used again. This is a bottle bank, especially for bottles. I've got a brown bottle to go in the hole marked brown. Some rubbish has no use at all, so what happens to that? Peggy knows where it goes.
lot in. Put a lot of litter in a great big bin. Put a lot of litter, put a lot of litter, put a lot of litter in a great big bin. Take it from the heap, grabbers work all day, lifting it high, up, 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 away. When the rubbish has no use, it's thrown into the fire. It's rubbish for the furnace, watch the flames jump high.
They picked a lot up and put a lot in. But there's not much left from the great big bin. And there's not much coming out of the chimney either, just steam. Nice warm place for a pigeon to live. Not a can separator, but a large magnet. This picks up all the metal pieces that are left, so they can be used again. One there, and one there. A mini litter critter for Peggy, to remind her friends not to drop litter. Oh, there's the bus bell. Better tell Peggy. Come on, Peggy, clear away your clutter. Remember, it's not nice to be a litter critter. Peggy will be on another patch next week with some more clutter. See you there.